Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to go for a swim in the sea. Right now, we're heading up to the 6th floor of our hotel. Vanya and Mom just want to grab some coffee. This is the view from up here. You can see the sea over there and the mountains over here. Here's what they have. Milk, jam, butter. Over here are some snacks, bananas, and a coffee machine. On the way from the hotel to the sea, you can see what kind of trees the locals have growing here. And here we are at the sea. The water here is clean and clear. Unfortunately, the sea doesn't look very bright right now because the weather is so overcast. But still, that won't stop us from having a good time. We're about to go for a swim. I like the beach in Hua Hin because it's not crowded with sunbeds and tons of tourists yet. It's like in Vietnam here, very open, and we can just set up right here on the sand under this tree. My mom and I were swimming for a whole hour. Now we're going to go have breakfast at that Israeli restaurant from yesterday. We really liked it. And we're craving some meat because in Pattaya there aren't any good meat restaurants, just Turkish kebab. Something really terrible just happened. My hands are still shaking. Ivan and I were leaving the room. When you let go of the door there, it makes a really loud slam. And we accidentally slammed the door. Some man in the next room started shouting. We thought, well, maybe someone was just shouting for some reason. I remembered I forgot my sneakers and decided to go back to the room. When I was leaving, my hands were full and the door slammed shut on its own. This man flies out of the next room. He was huge. I'm short, just so you understand, I'm 1.68 meters. This man was very tall and very big. He starts screaming at me in English. I tell him, sorry, I don't speak English. And after that, he just unleashed these horrible words on me. It was all profanity. I understood that he called me stupid. I understood that he called me a bitch. But I don't know what else he was saying. He screamed at me for a really long time. I got scared, so I went downstairs and called for Ivan. Ivan came and knocked on his door. The man opened the door, but he wasn't so brave anymore. He started screaming at Ivan too. He'd say something nasty and then quickly slam the door like this so he wouldn't get a response. He's a complete lunatic. He could have just apologized and asked me to be more careful with the door. Or if he has a problem with the doors, he could go to the administrator and say, please install silent doors that don't slam so loudly. Ivan wasn't threatening him, he was just trying to explain like, why are you acting so tough, yelling at a girl? Go on, try saying it to me. But he immediately went, I'm calling the police right now, let them check your visa. I live here, on what grounds are you even in Thailand? He just started spouting all this other nonsense about the laws of Thailand. But according to Thai law, you can't insult women. If I had called the police, he would have been deported. A Thai woman told me that you're not allowed to touch women here at all. In Russia, we don't have that kind of culture. If someone insults another person, they have to answer for their words. If a person doesn't apologize willingly, they'll get punched in the face and then they'll be apologizing on their knees. After fights, our men very often, if they can't resolve things with words, they start to settle it with their fists. But afterward, no one runs to the police to complain. They handle it like men. And in the end, they always come to some kind of agreement and make up. That's normal. This person, he can't answer for his words, not as a man, not even as a person. He saw a girl who was weaker than him, who doesn't understand English, and decided to insult her. When Ivan asked him, why are you insulting my girlfriend? This man said that I started swearing at him. I don't speak English. Ivan said to him, why are you lying? She doesn't even understand. He started making things up. And me, the only thing I said to him in English was an apology. I said, I'm sorry. And the second thing I told him was that I don't speak English. That's it. I'm under so much stress right now. My hands are still shaking. I'm just in shock. We've arrived at our favorite Israeli restaurant. Oh, Ivan, they've already brought your food. He got sausage and eggs. They brought us a lot of appetizers again. This is the sandwich I ordered. Inside there are vegetables and chicken kebab. It's so delicious. We've arrived at a cave called Khao Samroy Yacht. This cave is 1,000,000 years old, and its story is connected to a Thai prince who took shelter here. His name is... I won't be able to pronounce it, so I'll read it to you. Phraya Nakhon Tamarat. This prince took shelter in this cave several centuries ago during a storm. You can't just get into this cave, you have to cross 2 mountains. By the way, these mountains, along with the cave, are part of Thailand's first national park. Last time we came early in the morning and just started climbing up to the cave. It turns out the entrance fee is 200 baht, so I guess we didn't pay last time. There's this broken staircase here that goes to the top of the mountain, and jungle, nothing but jungle. It's easier to walk along this curb as we climb up. There are also very sharp cactuses growing all around. You can't fall here. We have to walk 3 kilometers uphill now, with a very beautiful view. We've passed the halfway point of the first mountain, and here's the view from the rest stop. We've crossed the mountain and now we're walking through this beautiful forest. There are only 2 ways to get to the cave. The first is the one we chose, just walking on foot. The second way to get to this beach is to take a boat over the first mountain for an extra fee. But you'll still have to climb the most difficult mountain on your own. The climbs are quite challenging because the rocks are very slippery. So there's no point in taking a boat here if you can't handle this small mountain that we just climbed, then you won't be able to handle the difficult mountain where the cave is. So you need to be in pretty good physical shape to make the whole journey. I'm not showing you myself, I'm showing you the area so you can walk around with me and enjoy this nature together. When you're on the mountain itself, there are no restrooms, they're only here. There's nowhere to buy water, so you should bring some with you. At 7-Eleven, they sell this children's water. You don't have to buy this one, but you need this thing that comes with it because you can put it on any bottle and it makes it easier to travel with water. It's also adjustable in length. The entire beach is covered in seashells. It's very beautiful. And here's some mother of pearl. See, it's very windy and beautiful here. They also put up these swings. And my mom is already on one. The camera doesn't capture the full atmosphere that it could. It's incredible here. If you have the strength and the opportunity, you should definitely visit Hua Hin and these places that I'm showing you. We're approaching the next mountain, and the road leading to it is also very picturesque. It's like something out of the movie Twilight, with these big pine trees. Ivan started feeling unwell, so he decided to go back. He's going to sit and rest for a bit and then head back over the small mountain. Here the rocks are starting. We have to keep going. Come on, Mom, let's go up. Mom, remember the motto, Russians don't give up. We've reached a resting point, so we're sitting here and taking a break. The view here is gorgeous. Just so you understand, we came from behind that mountain. We went around it, down to the beach, and now we're climbing up here, and we still have to go even higher all the way up there. At this resting point, there's a Thai man sitting, and he has a very minimal first aid kit. But from what I can see, all he has are cotton swabs, saline solution, and a bandage. Nothing else than an empty water bottle. All right, we've almost reached the cave. All that's left is the descent into the cave itself. Down there, into the depths. We still have a long way down, but at least there are steps and handrails here to hold on to. The rocks are very slippery and water is dripping here. It's all very beautiful. And this is the ecosystem that has formed inside the cave. I read online that because sunlight gets in here and because of the specific soil, there are rare dwarf trees and some kind of rare moss. I think if an earthquake started, there would be absolutely no chance of survival here because the rocks are very sharp, like icicles, but it's so cool in here. Look at these huge holes in the rocks, and the way the sunlight comes through is so beautiful. It's like special effects in the movies. Next up is this wooden descent in the dark. Oops, and the handrails end. Mom, be careful, there are drop-offs ahead. And here we are, we finally made it. 3 kings have been here, including Rama V, Rama VIII, and some other one. If you go a little to the right, this is where monks pray. There's no light here. I don't know if I'm allowed to shine a light on them, but I just want to show you what it looks like. I hope I'm not breaking any rules. If I am, I'm sorry. These symbols on the rocks were left by the kings who were here. It's incredible that this cave is 1,000,000 years old. Wow, look at this thick spider web. There are even paths here. Wow, do you see this? This white thing? Apparently spiders leave their cocoons here. All the water has drained out of me while we were climbing up here. My shorts are just hanging off me now, as if they've become one size bigger. Now we have to get out of this cave up there. I'll show it to you again. Because it's unlikely I'll ever come back here so that everyone who can't come can see what it's like here. I love mountains. I love everything related to hiking. I love fishing. Someday I'll climb Mount Everest. I'm already walking and I have to hold up my shorts because they're about to fall off me. So friends, anyone who plans to lose weight, everyone to Hua Hin immediately. All the water will leave you. The rescuer who was with the first aid kit at the transfer point is leaving. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon now. In general, the entrance here is open until 5. That is, you need to have time to go down before it gets dark because there are no lights here. But he apparently decided that in principle no one needed help. Although, when we were returning from the mountain, a couple of tourists went in there. We've already come down from the difficult mountain and now we're walking again and enjoying the beautiful view. I feel so sorry for the pufferfish, it was washed ashore. Unfortunately, we can't save it, because if it were still showing signs of life, I would have pushed it back into the sea. These are marble mountains, because look, this is marble. We stopped by the road to buy a pineapple, because in Hua Hin there are huge fields and pineapples grow everywhere. They are the most delicious here. We're gonna take this pineapple. A whole bunch of huge bananas cost 50 baht. For a whole pineapple weighing more than a kilogram, we paid only 30 baht. We're having dinner at our favorite place again tonight. I'm having a kebab this time. This is divine. In this restaurant, all the meat is just divine. We found Russian products in Hua Hin, pelmeni and so on. The most delicious desserts from my childhood. This is an oreshek with boiled condensed milk. It's not literally a nut, that's just what it's called. Here are all our salads, our soups. It's so cool. Vanya bought these oreshki with condensed milk. I'm going to try them now. This is divine. It's really just like in Russia. This is just pure bliss. You absolutely have to try them. You can tell right away that Thais didn't cook this. They must have a Russian chef. Because when Thais cook Russian food, they add so many spices. And you can immediately tell who cooked it. They don't understand that our food is quite simple to prepare, and to Asians our food can seem very bland. But in reality, we have very well developed agriculture, and for us, everything depends on the taste of the meat and the taste of the vegetables. That's why high-quality ingredients are chosen for Russian dishes. Then you don't need any spices. Hua Hin has been decorated so beautifully for the new year. I'll show you a little bit of the city itself. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like, write comments, and subscribe to my channel.